It's got to be Krager just charging in, man. I haven't got to introduce the team. We are missing one person on team 2. Hopefully we'll get him. But if we don't, just be aware. We're waiting for them. What is going on? How were you moving without, like, your arms were like to the side? Big Metamorphosis trying to see if he could bust out of the... Were you trying to hit him with a shatter, by the way? Was Krager trying to hit you with a shatter? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Darkness coming down from Poet. It's Krager just trying to see if he can tussle with the demon. Big Hunt is gonna hit him. Krager looks like he's out there to move. This out barely budged. So Poet did have some damage ready for it, but I guess Krager just had maybe way too much health for it. Maybe Battlemaster shrink it? I don't really know. But the dot is really starting to hurt though. That damage over time is starting to hurt. And it's giving Poet a lot of self-survivability. That's a pretty big heal when he heals a target with a Hunt. Disarm onto Poet for a second. Is bailing out of there. There's no point of fighting warriors when you don't have your weapons, man. And Krager's actually kind of behind in health. He's gonna have to start converting a lot of the rage into the ignore pain. Stun onto Krager. Poet trying to go for the big charges. Does he go for the Unbound Chaos where he goes for Immolation Aura into a charge for big damage? I think he might be. Krager missing the spear by a hair though. It looked like the spear kind of lagged for a moment. Hopefully Krager doesn't lag it too bad himself. It looks like Poet has some advantage over Krager, some sustain over him. But then Krager found his second wind. Poet continued to get those big charges in from time to time. Just can run away from Krager. It looks like he has to go for first aid in that execute range. Wait, maybe I think Krager turned the duel around. Looks like Poet was ahead for quite a while. But I think now it is starting to be the kind. It's starting to have to catch back up. Starting to have to claw back up. Krager somehow just snuck it up on him. And Krager hasn't popped cooldowns either. This could be even deadlier right now for Poet. And it looks like that is going to be down for the count with that Raging Blow at the end. Yandex charging in. Again, Team 2 is missing one, but we'll also play it out. Hopefully they'll get it in the last second. Going to be Yandex with the extra hand, grippy hand available versus Krager. Hitting him with a fear. That grippy hand will still continue to grip you even if you CC the Death Knight. It will still continue to grip, but he doesn't grip stealthy, so this is good for rogues. Gonna be a big spear by Krager charging right at Yandex right after. And Yandex just walks out of it. I think, oh, big damage out of Krager out of nowhere. The Yandex's health just started dropping, and that's just gonna be so much damage out of these two juggernauts right now. Krager still has Recklessness rolling. Yandex tried to go for the Dragon's Breath. I don't know if he has a stun with Rathless and Dragosa or not. It doesn't look like he does. It looks like it's a 2-minute cooldown. Not Rathless and Dragosa. Frostwind's Fury. That's the one. Applies Frost DK. I feel like I should know these things. Gonna be a quick reflect by Krager. Does not reflect the stun at Yandex though, which is super unfortunate. But Yandex does necrotic his health, going for the death pack, making the pack with death itself, with Buon Samdi himself, with the Shadowlands itself. I guess he could use anything. Jail himself, maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe a little. But Yandex is barely any health, man. I think it's just an execute away, and Krager. He's just not popping any cooldowns, dude. Not popping any big cities. Does land the execute. Super unfortunate. But maybe it's not a bad idea that Krager has had pretty easy games so far, because next comes Mary. And Mary is a paladin with big damage under Krager. Holy damage is going out. That's going to be Krager leaping out of there. Yeeting himself away from Mary. Trying to see if he can hit him rooted. It looks like the Hand of Freedom will not get him out. Oh my god. I didn't know that Hand of Freedom does not get you out of the Spear of Bastion. That is an interesting interaction. I like that. Big disarmament to Mary as Krager trying to see if he can maybe catch back up. Trying to go for a bit of healing. All that rage is available. Trying to go for damage, but also needs to make sure that Ignore Pain is up all the time. However, if you can ignore pain from Mary, the more pain you can ignore, the better. Has Reflect available, and Mary knows not to hide himself. So that's going to be really up to Krager to find an opportunity to land that Hodge against Mary. Just try to predict it. Try to find a good moment to do it. But you can see Krager's survivability whenever Mary does not have wings is really, really good. So it actually is a good opportunity for him to maybe make something happen. Big Recklessness is available. Mary activated Shield of Vengeance. You could maybe combo that shield together with one of the wings. Shield pops at Krager, takes a bit of a hit. But he still keeps together. Back in the action, man. Back to the charges. Reflect available in case Mary goes for a Hodge. I guess he could still reflect a Judgment or something, couldn't he? Technically. Krager spears Mary out in the open, not let him go anywhere. Disarm in case the Paladin goes for some damage. Hodge is available. And Mary does throw the Judgments in. Does get the final verdict in there too. There's so much. Damn, dude. So much damn out of the Paladin. Doesn't even need a weapon for it too. Just you can disarm and he got so many abilities he can throw at you without needing a weapon, which is just kind of nuts overall. That's just an advantage of the Paladin, dude. Disarm kind of sort of helps him. Kind of sort of helps. Mary trying to see if he can bail out of the wings. Not available for a few moments. Bubble and Bop available though anytime he needs. I need to stop switching to different people. I need to switch to Krager every single time. I just need to keep a camera on Krager, I think. That's my problem. 5 minutes on the duel, 4% dampening. And Mary's taking a bit of a beating. Actually starting to see some wear and tear. Wings are up, so he should be okay. Disarmed by Krager, trying to deny Mary any kind of damage. And probably Reflect should be coming up very, very soon. This is where Krager needs to reflect it. Does not reflect the Hodge, but Mary didn't really go aggressive though for the Hodge. She actually went more of a defensive play. Has Royal Wings available right now if he wants to, so that was just proc wings. He got wings for procs, he got wings for reels. He has so many different wings. Krager could maybe turn up the heat. He has Mary super low, could go into full recklessness. He does have Mary actually kind of on the ropes, just kind of damage out of nowhere. That spear gives him a nice primer, I guess. A very nice primer. Reflect out for Krager, does not reflect the Hodge. Now let's watch if Mary goes in with a big damage off of this next Hodge. Krager better have Ignore Pain available. He does have defensive Bladestone coming out in case the Hodge comes out. That's a good move. But are we going to see the big go by Mary? If he gets interrupted on the Holy, this could be really bad for him. Krager not go for interrupt. I think Mary's just trying to bait it. He's definitely trying to bait it. Disarming to Mary for a second. Knows he's not going to go for a Hodge just yet. Maybe out of disarm. Potentially. Delaying the Hodge. He's just delaying the Hodge. He knows that Krager wants to be interrupted or wants to reflect it back to him. He knows. Hodge comes out. Krager did not reflect for it. He's going to have a trick as Mary has wings available. It's taken by Mary. And Krager bails out of this. Mary has full damage available. Krager just leaping in through the air. Hammers flying by Mary. Man, those hammers hurt. Hand of hindrance of the Krager. Another leap. The hammer's still going to connect. Those hammers hurt, dude. Krager charges right back in. Not afraid of Mary, dude. Just want to make sure he has some cooldowns available. Spear of Bastion could maybe make some big damage happen here. Reflect is up. Mary knows he doesn't want to Hodge in the moment. He knows he doesn't want to Hodge in the moment. Mary again trying to see if he can get himself sneaky heals in. 60% dampening. Mary is the kind of guy that just heals so much too. How much versatility does he have, man? You gotta be old Versa, old crit, old either Versa haste or Versa crit. Because his heals crit a lot too. Krager's still holding on to his enrage, man. He hasn't went for full recklessness just yet. He's still holding on to it. Reflect available. Does Mary go for a Hodge? Mary getting kind of low on health. Big Guardian Legendary coming up is gonna have the Word of Glory for free from the Guardian Lego, but Mary is still kind of oh my god, DC scared the hell out of me. Can we get a hashtag DC in chat, boys? My man, Hodge by Mary with wings available. Does Krager survive the burst? Fight of the Verdict coming out and everything. Krager does have to go for enrage regen. Yo, Thundry 1. Yo, can we get a hashtag DC from our boy Krager? I mean, from our boy DC. Jesus, I'm so bad with names, but not that bad. Mary actually kind of low on health. Could this be an opportunity for Krager to make something happen? Hashtag DC, boys. Hashtag DC for another wonderful, beautiful dono. And Krager, man, he just doesn't want to give him recklessness. He just doesn't want to. I think maybe the plan for Krager is to bust through Mary's defensives, get him to bubble or bop, then shatter into full recklessness. I think maybe that's the play. Has Reflect available. Mary is not going to throw with a Hodge in just yet. Fear by Krager, while Mary's health is somewhat low. Krager has to trick it back up in case Mary wants to go in for big damage. Mary again is super low. Guardian Legendary does allow him to get a bit of a heal. Mary again with those Word of Glories back to back. Man, the amount of health recovery he has. We're in 9 minutes in this duel. And Krager is still in there tussling, muscling over there. Reflect. Mary does not reflect it. Interrupted on Holy. Wait, this could be bad for Mary. Did he make a misplay? Oh my god, Krager! He made a misplay! He pressed flash heal. Flash heal? He pressed flash heal! Oh no! Krager took the opportunity and took him out. He knew that it was going to be tough to fight through a Retribution Paladin like that. But as soon as Mary trying to bait it, oh, Krager went recklessness, dude. It's just a warrior holding back the rage, dude. He's just holding it back until the right moment, the right opportunity. But is Krager going to be able to fight Shaken, though? Because it is a Shadow Priest. Oh, Red Mission Paladin was tough. Shadowlands have definitely been tough in the past. This is going to get that interrupt on the mind control. But Shaken, I think, might be able to go for more CC, more healing. Shadowlands is still coming out. Man, out from one healing class to another healing class. Reflect for the mind control. Does Cracker have anything else to follow? Looks like that MC is going to hit him either way. And Shaken is going to need to go for a little bit of health recovery. No more Disperse. Does have greater fate for the next spear that Cracker throws down. Stone into Cracker, mind games to follow. Cracker better be very, very careful. Fear into Shaken, Trick us out of it immediately. Does get interrupted on the Shadow. And Cracker knows he wants to do some damage to Shaken, but he can't with a mind game. Just going to heal him instead. Void form available for Shaken. Does use greater fate, so Cracker could actually spear him. Cracker could spear him if he wants to. Could leap in if he could go leaping in. And I think actually Cracker just burned in Rage Regen. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Burned in Rage Regen, but it couldn't really catch up to Shaken. Does have first aid to get him back up and running. And Shaken does, I think, have water to at least give himself some mana to be able to heal up. So Shaken definitely has better healing in the moment. Cracker just needs to get back to Shaken and start bloodthirsting off him. Until then, Estella is going to be kind of in a tough spot. Does have a chicken coming out very, very soon. And Shaken, man, every time he can go for a big stun onto Cracker, that's some mind games. It's going to put him in a bad spot. And actually, you could use the silence in order to deny the rallying cry too. Reflective available for Cracker. Shaken does have greater fate if he wants to. Actually, a lot of defenses will come back for Shaken. He also does have a PI. Missing the spear for Cracker could be a really bad move right here. Greater fate coming out for Shaken and Cracker leaping away. You saw the greater fade. You might as well back up, wait for coolness to come back and return as soon as possible. He does have enriched duration coming back in 20 seconds though, so enough time has passed. So he might be able to get some CDs back. He's going to fight this one tooth and nail, boys, it looks like. He's just going to wait until the very last second. I think he had Reflect there in the opener. Shaken try to get some dots up and running. Cracker, if he can deny those dots, he'll be in a good spot. Doesn't drop them in Shadow. Perfect opportunity to make some damage out. Bladestorm right after. That's going to be dispersed out of Shaken. If Cracker has any bursts to follow while the Recklessness is up, that's a perfect opportunity, man. Wait, Shaken's still in the bad spot. Stun, Shaken, wait, Shaken. Oh my god, Cracker taking that team out. It was only a team of 4. But if there was a 5th, I'm pretty sure Cracker would have still been able to fight it through and through. 1,000,000 damage. Yo, Mary, you gotta stop healing, dude. You're not holy. Mary, you gotta stop. Mary! You gotta stop! Oh, man. Jeez.